Following the accomplishment of the COP27 meeting that was held up in Egypt this year, today we are on the ground to tackle some of the adverse effects of the climate change that is facing the typical African in Kenya, here in Namanga. As you can look behind me at the pictures of the most affected animals due to climate change. We therefore ask and urge each and everybody in this particular matter, so to speak, that we must come together to preserve our environment, because our mother nature needs us. We need the nature and nature needs us. It's a two-way traffic thing, and therefore we need all of us to be in this particular challenge solving problem. When you look just far behind, you can also see an animal, that is a cow, that has been finished due to this particular climate change effects. The followings are the reason as to why climate change is not coming to end, because one, we have become ignorant, because we need to protect our environment, but whenever the governments are being informed to invest in this particular matter, they neglect it and focus on other areas. Climate change is a global problem, and it needs a permanent solving problem. People who are in their hearts demanding for the accomplishment of this particular problem. And therefore, don't believe in any form of unjustified extremism. This is a form of extremism to our animal and to our mother nature. Nature is so important to the lives of human beings, animals, plants, and any other thing that belongs to nature. We therefore take this task force meaning to come with a meaningful solution to justify the living of these animals. Plants, we are experiencing a different change in plants. We used to have plants which used to grow to this area, but due to adverse effects of climate change, we are now experiencing the dismissal of these particular plants. We need these people who are in these organizations that are tackling the climate change effects to work together with the private sector and the public institution to make sure that we come up with a concrete solution to this particular problem. I was in the other times in some areas in northeastern, the same thing was seen, and we have vivid evidence to this particular matter. We therefore ask the United Nations organization through its organizing secretary, that is the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, to look into this matter, because we are digging our own graves. Much has been said. We have heard a lot of speeches about this common thing of climate change affecting animals and human beings. But today we are on the ground to listen and to see whatever is happening on the ground. As you can see, there's a cow here suffering from a very dangerous and vicious situation that is due to hunger. Hunger has been caused due to climate change or climatic condition that has been existing in this place for a long time. And as you can see, this is a cow that's supposed to be on the field grazing and eating grass with other animals, but due to hunger and starvation, it has failed to go and graze with the other animals due to that particular starvation. I'm here today to showcase how you can see the cow dung flowing from this particular cow. It shows how much devastated the animal is due to eating food that is not of nutrients to support its health. You can see. And now we want to tell the world that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure that we survive in this adverse climatic condition that is facing the humanity. And the mother globe, that is our mother earth, we want to say that we'll protect this earth regardless of which voices we hear around. Actions are on the ground with the most typical African leaders and the most typical African human beings that are suffering due to this particular adverse climatic condition. With those few and many remarks, let us meet in a new segment. I have visited the residents of this area. In particular, it is called, what is the name of the place? Lepo area here in Kajiado County in Kenya. The residents of this place are complaining for the adverse effects of climate change that has affected the vast majority of people in this place, including the less fortunate. People cannot go to school because of hunger. Hunger has been caused due to the climatic condition that has existed in this place for a long time, and due to the report that was given by the United Nations in 2019 and this year's COP27 in Egypt. We have said that we have to adapt the adaptation and mitigation method to curb this particular situation. Antonio Guterres says that we are digging our own graves by mining, by polluting our environment, and the greatest emitters who are the responsible of the 80% of this particular emission, that is the G20, have been on this particular long-run situation to find a solution. We're also they are suggesting that the emerging economy to join hands together with this particular G20 to find a long-lasting solution. I've been talking to the residents of this place. This is a December festival season. People are going to Christmas. But as you can see, the faces says a lot and speak much about the situation of climate change. So we are urging the government, the local resident officials who are in this place, to join hands together, find a solution that will last forever. Lastly, I want to say that we cannot appreciate the effort that have been put in place by the various organizations to ensure that, such as the United Nations Environmental Program and the UN Habitat, what they have been doing for a long run to find a solution to the less fortunate people who have been affected by this particular climate condition or climate change. Those few and many remarks we meet in the next episode. It is sad to see that people of Nanyuke area here in Ngarani are using the Nanyuke Dam to fetch water that is used for various purposes. One, they're using this water for drinking, cooking, and bathing. For a normal human being who has 5 common sense, you realize that this water is not safe for either drinking or cooking. It is sad to see human beings, animals, fetching such water for cooking. As you know, condition for health, water is a basic need and it's used for human beings to support their livelihoods. People of Nanyuke area are starving for hunger. Animals are dying, as you can see in our various episodes. We have been showing you pictures of dead animals due to lack of water. This metal you are seeing here is a metal to show the level of water that has risen after it has rained. This metal here has been hanging for a very long period of time due to lack of rain in this area. And now the only hope that has remained for people of this Ngarani area is this little amount of water that has remained for serving our almost 10,000 residents of this place. We are asking the government and the non-governmental organization to come and venture into this particular humanity kind of service. Help them to get water, clean water, not just water. This is water, but it's not safe for drinking. It is very sad, and this picture to show the world how much climate change has affected the lives of people in various parts of this world. We need nature, and however nature needs us, we need nature more than it needs us. We are continuing to dig graves for our own self due to using such kind of water, such kind of dams to feed our daughters and children and our sons, our fathers and mothers. You can see there's a child here who has not gone to school for a long period of time due to lack of essential commodities that he needs, such as water. We therefore ask the United Nations to consider such kind of places, such kind of people who are going through a lot due to lack of essential commodities such as water. It therefore reflects a picture that if we're having such kind of water, then it means there is no food. It's really sad, and it's a really breaking pictures, as you can see here today, due to climate change. Let us preserve our environment. Let us plant trees to create water catchment area to increase the availability of safe water in our environment. As you can see far from the picture, if the cameraman can zoom, you can see a number of sheep drinking this water. Also around me there is a dog that is being pampered by a young kid who is giving the dog hope that there is life tomorrow. And therefore we ask the world to take care of the environment. Climate change is promising a very bad future for all of us. This is our Mother Earth, and we have responsibility to take care of our environment, protect our water catchment area, because if we don't, then we shall be digging our own grave, as the Secretary General of the United Nations has putting along. We are digging our own graves. Climate change, climate change, climate change. This is a term that is familiar to many who have been so cautious about the climate change and the situation that has been causing a lot of problems to our Mother Earth. Today I'm in Nanyuke Dam. This dam has been here since 1990, that has been serving the residents of these people to feed the animals with water for cooking and bathing. But if you are a common human being who has the 5 senses, you realize that this water is not safe for either purpose of usage as a human being or an animal. But as we are talking, this dam is the one that is used for cooking, drinking, bathing, feeding animals, cattle, sheep, dogs. Dogs and human beings are using the same source of water for drinking. It is heartbreaking that the world has been silent for these particular events of climate change. But as an extremist and a person who is concerned of climate and the environment, I don't believe in any form of unjustified extremism. But I believe when human beings come together for the purpose of protecting nature and environment, I think there is no vice. But when others are silent, they are not talking anything. People are dying for starvation, cattle are dying, children, young children, newborn babies are being given such kind of water which is unsafe, and they are quiet. I think they are sinners. And as I am addressing the world and the United Nations at large, I'm asking those responsible, those who are concerned, the government, the non-governmental organizations, private sector, those religious leaders, let us come together to save our Mother Earth, because the clock is ticking and it's not waiting for anybody. And as you're waiting and think that maybe it is not your concern, maybe in the near future you will be in the same situation. Let us preserve, let us learn how to adapt, let us learn how to do away with this particular problem. Let us plant more trees, let us come with a solution. Let us plant more trees, let us stop emission. The United States, the Russians, the Europeans, the Africans, Asians, it is our own responsibility. We should not point finger any other person for being responsible of the emission, but we should be responsible as human beings, as people who love humanity, as people who take care of animals, as people who are in charge of everything on this earth. Let us join hands together. Climate change is a message. Climate change is real. As you can see, we have been drinking this water for the past 30 years and nobody is concerned. It should be our concern as human beings. We are being created as animals. We are not working as animals and at the same time we are human beings. It is our concern. The government of Kenya, the United Nations, African Union, all states of Africa, all states of the world, this is heartbreaking. It's sad, and you can see this is the water that we drink. Climate change is real.